Okay, so let's see. So we are going to focus in on what have we. So in Miss Mofield's class, we've been going over. Oh, she's been covering. And you've got your new bird book, and we started out with what was the topic of that first page, that first day when we started reading about that place. It starts with a B.
The Boston Tea Party.
Boston Tea Party. Good job, Gabe. You remember that, McCoy?
Yep.
Yeah. So the Boston Tea Party and the American Revolution. So what?
And the taxes.
And the taxes. Perfect. Did you see my picture up there, Gabe? Yeah. Did you see that, McCoy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So the taxes. So what do you remember about that day? Or about what you all learned that first day? What's some of the facts you've learned so far that it's like, okay, yeah, I feel comfortable. I think I know. I've got this.
That the Americans dressed up as them, and then they threw the thousands of dollars of tea into the ocean.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. And so, McCoy, what do you remember about that first day when we opened up that new book and we started talking about Boston and we started talking about the colonists? What's something that you remember from that first day when you all started that lesson? Can you think of anything? You can't think of anything? Okay, that's okay, because what we are going to do, I thought we would kick this off with a couple fun videos. How's that sound?
Good.
Okay. All right. So let's do.
I seen that guy.
You seen that guy? Let's do this. Is that funny, McCoy? You've seen that guy. He says, "Did someone say revolution?" All right. Oh my, McCoy. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to start off, like I said, with a couple videos because I think that's going to get our attention. That's going to get us remembering maybe some of the things we've heard over the past week, and then we can dive into the actual lesson part. And these aren't super long.
Does he teach middle school?
What is it, buddy?
Does that dude teach middle school?
No, I don't think so. All right, I'm going to push play, and let's get the volume up once this commercial ends. Here we go.
December 16th, 1773. The Boston Tea Party was a protest against British taxation. In 1773, the British Parliament passed the Tea Act. This meant that the British East India Company had a monopoly on the American tea trade. The colonials were angry. There were public protests throughout the colonies over this interference in American business. Cries of "no taxation without representation" were made. This meant that colonial Americans wanted to be taxed by American representatives, not the British Parliament. On December 16, 1773, the Sons of Liberty, led by Samuel Adams, planned to show the Parliament how they felt about the Tea Act. They boarded the British ships docked in Boston Harbor, dressed up as Indians, and dumped nearly $1 million worth, in today's money, of tea in the water. This event came to be known as the Boston Tea Party. The British Parliament passed the coercive acts as punishment, but this only strengthened the resistance to the British Crown and pushed the two sides closer to war. Subscribe to our channel for more videos. Get your copy of Simple History, The American Revolution.
So that was a short overview, basically, of some of the stuff we've been studying this week, some of the material you've gone over in class. Let's check out this last video, and then we're going to jump in.
Are you going to get us doing math today?
Yeah.
Rocking and rolling, swishing and a splashing over the horizon. What can it be? The pilgrims sailed the sea to find a place to call their own. In their ship they flew where they hoped to find a better home. And I knocked on Plymouth Rock, and someone said we're there. It may not look like home, but at this point I don't care. Oh, they were missing Mother England. They swore their loyalty until the very end. Anything you say, King, it's okay, King. You know it's kinda scary on your own.
There's the king.
Gonna build a new land the way we planned. Could you help us run it till it's grown?
He's silly.
Corn, you know they built their houses one by one. And bit by bit they worked until the colonies were done. They looked around, yeah, up and down, and someone said, hooray! If the king could only see us now, he would be proud of us today. They knew that now they'd run their own land.
Oh my God.
But George III still vowed he'd rule them to the end. Anything I say, do it my way now. Anything I say, do it my way. Don't you get to feel that independent, cause I'm gonna force you to obey.
Oh no.
He taxed their property, he didn't give them
There's
any
that word, tax
choice.
again.
And back in England, he didn't give them any voice. That's called taxation without representation, and it's not fair. But when the colonies complained, the king said, I don't care.
He wanted that money, didn't he?
He even has the nerve to tax our cup of tea. To put it kindly, King, we really don't agree. Gonna show you how we feel. We're gonna dump this tea and turn this harbor into the biggest cup of tea in history. They wanted no more mothering land. They knew the time would come
silly.
for them to take command. It's very clear you're being unfair, King. No matter what you say, we won't obey. Gonna hold a revolution now, King.
Yeah,
and we're gonna
revolution,
join
there's that
the
word
war.
again.
No more king.
We're gonna elect a president.
No more king.
He's gonna do what the people want.
No more king.
We're gonna run things our way.
No more king. Nobody's gonna tell us what to do. Rocking and rolling, splashing and splashing over the horizon. What can it be? Looks like it's going to be a free country.
A free country. Is that what the colonists wanted? Was just to be a free people?
Mhm.
Right? That is what they wanted. All right, so let's close out of that. And we are going to, let's see if I can go back to the beginning. All right, here we go. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go over these together. You all, I want you guys to speak up and kind of tell me your version of what the definitions of these words mean too after I read them. And then we're gonna play a little matching game here in a minute to kind of help us become even more familiar with them, okay?
What?
All right, so the first word is tax. Tax. So we've heard that a lot this week, haven't we? Had you really heard of a tax before this week?
Yeah.
You had?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So what if somebody said
In
what?
video games, they tax you.
They do in video games?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know
when you
that.
pay them to play them.
When you pay to play them. Okay, so there's a tax put on there. Right, so it's like above and beyond what the video game cost. It's like an extra, right?
It's like $1 extra.
Right. Okay. So our first word is tax, and so this is the definition that I think is most easily understood and best for us to, when we talk about it in this context. Oh, okay. Can everybody still see? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Money that people have to pay to the government. So that's what tax meant. That's what tax means, and that's what it meant in this context when we're talking about the colonists and the taxes they had to pay. Who were they having to pay taxes to?
British.
Yes, the British, Britain. Good job. And what was the king's name? Do you remember?
Joe something.
Not Joe. Do you remember, McCoy?
Recycling.
No. King George. And were they happy with the king?
No.
They weren't, were they? So it says the government uses taxes to pay for things like roads, schools, and soldiers. But do you think that at that time, do you think King George was just, he was enjoying that extra money a little bit too much, maybe?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it in that video too, didn't it?
But then if he wouldn't spit it on the roads, then they wouldn't have dirt roads.
Well, that's true. Right.
And-
So today, and when you're an adult and you work, you have to pay taxes. Still today, they exist. So we pay taxes. Your moms and dads pay taxes. And yes, our roads look like they do because we pay those taxes. So yes, that was a great connection, Gabe. Very good job. All right. So we feel good about tax and what that means, especially what it means in the context of,
How do you lower this?
I don't know, buddy. Let's just leave it alone just for a minute
Press
until we
the
get through this, okay?
Press that.
Okay. So our next word, McCoy, can you read us our next vocab word? The big one.
Colossus.
Colonist. Good job. Good job. Colonist. All right, our definition. Do you want to read that for us, McCoy?
Nope.
Can I read it?
Yeah.
Okay. A
Panel
person
person was
who lives.
who lives in a colony.
Great job.
The colonists
Uh-huh.
are
Settlers
settlers
who,
who moved
good job,
to a
new
new
land
land that is
controlled
controlled by
another
another colony
country,
like
England.
England.
Great job, Gabe. So colonist, a person who lives in a colony. Colonists are settlers who move to a new land that is controlled by another country like England. So just like our colonists, yes. So just like our colonists, they lived in the new land, but they were still controlled. Even across the ocean, they were controlled, right?
And there still are states that are controlled, like China.
Well, you're right. There are different levels of control in our world as far as like in different countries and places where people live. So that's a good observation, Gabe. All right. So are we feel good about what colonist means? Thumbs up? Okay.
It means a lot of group of people that move
Right. And where do they live? In a
colony.
in a colony. Good job. All right, next one. Oh, this one's, we know this one. McCoy, can you tell me that word? Yes.
Tea.
Tea. And it says a hot drink made by pouring. Now, did you all know this? A hot
It's
drink.
right there.
Yeah.
Gabe's not talking.
A hot drink made by pouring, be nice, McCoy, let's be kind. By pouring hot water over dried leaves. Did you know that that's how tea is made? Dried leaves, tea leaves, and you pour, they're in these little packets, and you pour hot water over them, and it makes the tea. Did you know that?
Your mom done it.
Your mom's done it. I like tea too. Long ago, tea was very popular in England and America. It actually still is, I think. And people drank it almost every day. And there are still people that drink it every day.
I only like sweet tea.
You like sweet tea, like cold sweet tea in the summer? Yeah, it's good, isn't it? All right, so are we good with what tea, our vocab word tea means?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. How about you, McCoy? Thumbs up? Awesome. All right, okay. Here's another one. So in this one, we may have heard, it's got the same meaning. We may have heard another word. Have you all heard in Miss Mofield's class this week the word boycott or protest? Which one? Or have you heard both? Or maybe neither yet?
Neither.
Neither? What about you, McCoy? Boycott or protest? Okay. So protest, can you all look up there at our word? That's our next word, protest. So I'm going to read the definition. To show that you disagree with something by speaking out, marching or refusing to do what someone tells you to do. So in our case, was there a disagreement between the colonists and who?
In England.
Great job. And did they decide to speak out and to fight back? They did, didn't they?
A guy named Joe or someone.
King George.
King George. Good job, McCoy.
No, the American person.
Sam Adams.
Yeah, Sam Adams went to warn the other Americans and he said, get your score guns and kiss your young guns. British is coming.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome, Gabe. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
And then they ambushed them.
Wow. So, okay, speaking out, marching, or refusing to do what someone tells you to do. So basically, so when we're talking about the Boston Tea Party, their big form of protest that day was, you want to tax and make us pay more money for our tea? What are we going to do? And what did they do, McCoy, with the tea?
Spilled it.
They spilled it in the water, in the Boston Harbor, right, in the ocean. And that was their way of saying, hey, we disagree with you, and we're going to show you that we refuse to do what you want us to do. So when people protest, they are trying to get others to listen to their complaints. So do you think that when they had do you think the Boston Tea Party was a little thing, like a little event that not many people paid attention to? Or do you think it was a big deal, McCoy?
Big deal.
A big deal. What do you think, Gabe?
Big deal.
A
'cause
big
they
deal.
had to have their tea.
Right. It was a big deal. So do you think that it got King George's attention? It did, didn't it? What do you think, McCoy?
I don't know.
Do you think that he was like, oh, he heard a little something about a tea spilling, and then he was like, oh, no big deal? Or do you think, McCoy, that he heard there's tea that's been thrown in, our tea is being thrown in the ocean, and everybody's in protesting and they're upset? Do you think he was like, yeah, this is a big deal. I need to kind of listen to what they're saying here? You think so? All right, so we'll move on. Everybody thumbs up if we feel like protest is a word we're getting. We're understanding. Okay. All right, our next word. McCoy, can you read that word for us?
Harbor.
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 Harbor. Great job. Harbor. So, and what harbor have we been learning about or hearing about this week? What harbor? Where was the harbor? The B city. Remember, it starts with a B?
In the B city.
In the B city. Remember the Boston Harbor? Right? So that's the harbor we've been hearing a lot about this week. So, but here's the definition of a harbor. A harbor is a body of water near land where ships can safely dock and stay. A harbor is protected from big waves and storms, making it a safe place for boats. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it said in one of the videos that they only had 19 days
Uh-huh.
to deliver something to the whatever it was called.
To the harbor, maybe?
Yeah. And they was on the last day. They still had like 5 miles to go.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, so remember Miss Mofield taught us that the Boston Harbor, Boston was a seaport, so that's how they got all of their goods from England, came over on ships and landed there in the Boston Harbor, right? So, harbor, it's a body of water near land where ships can safely dock and stay. Everybody feel good about that? Thumbs up if we're feeling good about harbor. All right. All right, and that was it. So we had 5 words there. Let's go back over
Now
them
the
just real quick.
card game.
Yeah, now we're gonna go through these. Harbor, protest, tea, colonist, and tax. All right, so I'll put that back there. Okay, so yeah, Gabe, let's get those out. And we're gonna lay them out here. We've not got a ton of room. We actually might, I'm gonna go ahead and move this so you all have a little bit more room.
What? I'm gonna try to lower it.
You're gonna try to lower it.
Yeah.
There we go. That's better. All right, McCoy.
Mhm.
We've got all these cool pictures to look at too.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's lay them out. That's a good idea, Gabe.
And then the big ones go on the bottom.
Okay. I love how you're organizing that. Great job. Awesome. Awesome. McCoy, can you see all these? You need to stand up and look at them better? Can you see all these pictures? So look. So some of these, okay, so this one I really liked. So let's look at this one together. What did we just hear in that video? The men dressed up like Indians. And look at this picture. So it was so long ago, it's not like we actually have pictures that someone took of this, but we have where people have told the stories over and over. They've sketched and drawn and illustrated what took place that day. Yeah, and there it is. There's another good one. So, and look at the box, look there at the big containers of tea they're throwing in. And you can see them there too, McCoy.
And some of them was over 4,000 pounds of tea.
Yes. And in that video, did you remember how much money it said that it was worth, McCoy? All the tea they threw away?
They threw back in now.
How much was it, McCoy?
Um,
How much money was it worth?
worse?
Was it $100 or $1 million?
Million?
It was $1 million. Good job.
Was it hundred?
No, not hundreds. It was $1 million. $1 million worth of tea. All right. So we've looked at those. Now this, I just printed off. I thought this was neat. Gabe, you want to come over here and look at this? So this is kind of what Boston, during the time that we're learning
Is that a
about.
dog?
It is. That is a dog. Look here, McCoy. Kind of what Boston looked like back then.
That does not look like a dog to me.
It doesn't look like a dog to you?
It looks like a wild coyote.
A wild coyote?
Yeah.
All right. So
Or
let's
a
see.
pet
here.
coyote.
A pet coyote?
Yep.
Okay. So what about, so this is gonna take, now let's do maybe go ahead and get started on our matching game. Can you turn them back around, Gabe, just so everybody can see, McCoy can see them really good too? And I'm gonna kind of set our others up
So
here.
turn them over.
Well, you can leave that one right there, but let's leave these down here real quick. Yeah, we're gonna leave these here.
This swap.
You wanna swap them? You wanna swap these? There you go.
These two need to be next to each other.
Okay.
Because
Perfect.
that's tea and that's the money.
Okay, now this one, I might keep down here, if you don't care. All right, so
No,
here, let me
this
get our,
This one could go right there, and this one can go right there.
okay.
It can stay right there.
All right, let's see. Are you gonna help me get organized, Gabe?
That's
Let's see.
tea.
That's T, okay.
She's
There's
lucky she
that.
got this big chair,
She does have a big chair,
and it spins.
okay. And then,
I thought this one.
perfect. All right, are you ready? Let's get this matching game going.
What's her name? I thought this was the actual main principal's office.
All right, are we ready?
Is this
Okay,
the main
so-
principal's office or the
No.
assistant?
This is Miss Sloan's. Okay, all right, McCoy, are we ready? So what we're gonna do, guys,
They're having a meeting in the main one.
okay, so what we're gonna do, I have our vocab words laid out here. I've got all of them here for you to match to the picture that you think best represents our vocab word. I also have the definitions. Okay, so don't blurt it out. And I want both of you, McCoy, I want you to jump in here too. So when I read off the definition, I want you to place the definition on the picture that you think best represents it, and then I want you to let me know what vocab word is the word that best represents it, that goes with it, okay? And let me go over those one more time so we remember. Tax, colonist, tea, protest, and harbor. Are we good?
And colonies.
Oh, be careful, Gabe. Well, no, colonist was our vocab word, and we learned, and then colonies is kind of in that definition, right?
Oh,
All right, are we good?
yeah.
Okay. All right. So, the first one, a body of water near land where ships can safely dock and stay. It is a safe place for boats.
That one.
That one. Is there another one that looks like it's showing us what a harbor looks like? Where boats can safely. Good job, Gabe. Oh, and I gave away the answer. So what was our vocab word that goes with that definition? A body of water near land where ships can safely dock and stay. It's a safe place for boats. McCoy, what vocab word is that?
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary word. Which one was it? A body of water where ships dock. Do you remember what word that was? It was the Boston. Close.
Tax.
The Boston. It took place in the Boston
The Boston Harbor.
The Boston Harbor. Harbor. That's our definition. That was our vocab word. All right. Here's harbor.
Boston Harbor tea.
All right. Okay. Do you want to put harbor? You pick. There's a couple pictures there that go with harbor.
Harbor.
So you pick where you want to put that card.
Right there.
Right there. All right. And a body of water near land where ships can safely dock and stay. A safe place for boats. You want to put it there? Yeah, you could use the other one. Yeah, there are two that really go well with harbor.
That one, I'm gonna put right there.
Oh, that works. All right, McCoy, your turn. Here we go. This is a hot drink made by pouring hot water over dried leaves.
It's right.
Long ago, this drink was very popular in England and America, and people drank it almost every day. What was that? What was that? That drink that they poured
Out.
out? What was that called?
Um.
That people like to drink?
Tea.
Yes!
Good job.
Great job, McCoy. All right, here's tea. There's our word. Now, I want you to match tea to pick out the picture on this table that this goes best with, McCoy.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Can you stand up for me and do that? Look at this. Look at the pictures. And there's one that goes really well with our word tea. Look at all the pictures. Which one do you think goes really well with our word tea? You tell me where to put it. Point to it. Which one of these,
Here.
hold on just a second, Gabe, goes really well with tea? It shows a drink.
Right here.
Good job.
Good
Right
job,
there. Tea. All right. And tea, a hot drink made by pouring hot water over dried leaves. So let's put it right there, right?
Yep.
All right.
Are they tea leaves?
Yes, tea leaves, exactly. That's what they pour the hot water over to make the tea. All right, we're almost done, guys, I know. Okay, here we go. Next word. We'll go back to Gabe for this one. Okay? All right. Here we go. A person who lives in a colony. Settlers who move to a new land that is controlled by another country. What are those people called?
Colonies.
Colonies, or what were the people of the colonists?
Colonists.
Good job. Great job. All right. You want to take colonist. And there's several here that could work. Okay. You like it there?
That
Yeah.
one. That.
That one. These pictures of colonists, what colonists would have looked like. So yeah, wherever you think. So place it
This girl.
with that girl. All right. All right, I'm going to put that there. A person who lives in a colony. Settlers who move to a new land that is controlled by another country, like, what's that word, McCoy?
England.
England. Great job. All right, here we go. Back to you, McCoy. Here we go. This is our vocab word. This is the definition, so you tell me which vocab word does this go with, and then we'll find the picture. Money that people have to pay to the government. The government uses these to pay for things like roads, schools, and soldiers. What was that money called?
Thousands.
Well, they definitely had to pay thousands, but
Million.
what was the word? It's that specific vocab word that it was. I said it's that extra money that the colonists didn't want to pay, but King George really wanted them to pay their
Tax.
yes, their taxes. All right, there's the word tax. Now,
Which
can you
one
hold?
says tax?
Well, which one do you think? Can you stand up so you can see him really well?
What is it? Oh, here it is.
Perfect. Right. All right. So I'm going to put that down there. All right. How's it looking? Is our board making sense? Okay. All right. Last one. So how about you raise your hand if you feel like you know it. I'm going to throw it up. Whoever feels comfortable and gets it, then you can place the card. All right. Here we go. We're going to think back to our vocab words, the 5 words we went over first thing. To show that you disagree with something by speaking out, marching, or refusing to do what someone tells you to do. When people do this, they are trying to get others to listen to their complaints. And what did we say that's called? I told you, you may have heard it referred to as boycott or boycotting, but we were using this word. Starts with a P. And they were standing up like this picture. Look here. They're standing up and they're going to let people know. And we said when they threw that tea in the harbor, that was a big one.
The King George had to get procs.
Close. Close. McCoy?
Yeah.
Look here.
Process.
Protest. Remember? Protest.
Is it this one?
We're going to show them. Yeah, that works. That works, definitely. Those work. What else works, Gabe? Yes. I think any of those would have worked. That was a great job, both of you. But yeah, I love that one too because look, he's got his fist up in the air. Do you think he's talking quietly and telling them how happy he is? Or do you think he's saying, yeah, do you think he's saying, no way, I'm not going to take this?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying, do you think he was saying, yay taxes or no taxes?
No tax.
No taxes. I agree. So protest means to show that you disagree with something by speaking out
Is there even
or
still
refusing to
taxes?
or refusing to do what someone tells you to do.
Oh, to really popular candy and stuff, they add taxes
Yes, yeah.
and like squishies.
Right.
Cause at Five Below, the squishies that I got, they
Uh-huh.
were $6.
So they added a tax. Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So McCoy, how do you think our stuff looks here? Really, all of these kind of could have gone together, couldn't they, for colonists?
Mhm.
And then this is kind of just a picture. This really goes well with protest too, because it's an actual kind of illustration of what that Tea Party really looked like.
There we go.
There we go. Thank you, Gabe. There's our harbor, tax, tea,
Whoa, that's a lot.
and
That's how big
colonists.
the table is.
Is it? All right. Okay. What do you all think? Are you feeling good about these words?
Yeah.
You are?
Well,
What do you think, McCoy?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Well, that's okay.
Gonna know.
You want to lower it again so we can all see? Yeah, thank you. Oh, that's perfect. Now McCoy can see really well too. All right. Before we go, can you all tell me, just real quick, it doesn't have to be much, just a few words,
And then we go and get treasure chests.
and then we'll go get to the treasure chest. Can you all tell me just a couple words about something we talked about specifically today, this morning together? Gabe, you go first. You be thinking, buddy. Okay.
Taxes.
Taxes. Perfect. And
And-
what about
the,
them?
Taxes. The King George added taxes to the tea because it was really popular and he wanted money.
And he wanted money. Exactly.
But our president now, he actually uses it for army to recruit people that want to save us.
Well, that was really good, McCoy or Gabe. Yes, that's really good, and connecting it to then and now. So great job. All right, McCoy, we're almost done. Just give me a couple words on something we learned today.
Oh, I can't think.
You can't think. Well, stand up. This will help you if you kind of stand up and look. What's something here that we learned about today that you can just give me a couple words on?
Nonsense?
Nonsense? Are you silly? What about this word?
Yep.
Can you tell me that word?
Harbor?
Harbor. And what is a harbor?
A boat?
Well, the boat, is harbor land or is it water?
Water.
Water. And do boats sink there or are they safe there?
Safety?
They're safe there. Great job. All right. Thank you guys so much. You all did great. All right. I'm going to go over here.